Let's do it.
I'm trying to be a parent, but I gotta run an errand. I promise when I'm back, I'ma feed my kid a carrot. Damn, this stuff is tough, man, I thought it was inherent. I'm trying to be a parent, I'm trying to be a parent. Sometimes you gotta drink, cause that shit can be kinda stressful. Sometimes you hit the blunt, cause that green will help you rest, yo. You know your ass be slacking when you gotta look up things on YouTube.
Like, bro, how you wipe your baby boo-boo?
Now welcome to the podcast. Trying to parent and make moms laugh. Who you know got it like the King's family. Amanda and Sean, it's the name G. Yeah. Now welcome to the podcast. Trying to parent and make pops laugh. Who you know got it like the King's family. Amanda and Sean, it's the name G.
Yeah. What do they say there at the end? That little, like, the person that comes in the background.
Oh, it is on fire.
It's the beat that made it. It was fucking those little tag things that everybody does on their songs.
Yep.
Welcome back, folks. Episode number 35.
Coming in strong.
Of the podcast. It is Sunday morning.
July 16th, 2023.
July 16th. We are currently just about 15 weeks out. This podcast will be dropping at our 15-week out mark. Excited, Nina.
Dropping. What?
This podcast will be dropping.
I thought we were already live.
The episode will be dropping. Oh. The episode of this podcast. Fucking smartass over here. Jeez.
Sorry.
What an
it's
asshole.
Still early in the morning. I get easily confused.
Welcome to the show, folks. Jeez.
My bad.
Anyways, if you're unaware, this is the Trying to Parent podcast. As always, some things never change.
Sorry, guys. I woke up like an hour ago and I'm not a functional.
Yeah, I'm surprised she's on the podcast right now. Thought this was going to be a solo act here, Nita. But
he went to the gym alone yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it's 15 minutes after we woke up. Let's go. And I'm like, I'm not going anywhere.
I wake up and I'm alive. I'm
Yeah.
ready to go. I'm like, do you have to have your tea before we go to the gym?
I'm like, yes. And about 45 minutes after that.
Yeah. So I'm like, I've got a really busy day. I got to go right now. So I left her.
Yep.
I left her, Nina. But I left her in good hands. Your hands. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the... Let's go ahead and get social. Hey, no, put the paw down. You know, swipe at me.
Nina's going to knock over all these cords.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, wherever you listen to your podcast, please go and give us a follow and
back up. Back.
review.
They can see you in the video. Thank you.
Guys, don't want to
Hang out by mom.
Guest appearance. Oh, here she comes.
There you go.
Yep, you can find us at trying the number 2 parent on Facebook and Instagram, and then YouTube, trying space the number 2 space parent. Yep, please give us 5 stars. We're trying to get this up. You know, it's going to be a gradual process, but we very much like to get this rolling.
5 stars. And, you know, we'll start promoting it more. You doing heavy breathing into the carpet there, the rug? Okay. We'll start promoting it more so and all of that stuff. And then obviously once you have the baby, I mean, we are pregnant, so things are getting more interesting. Amanda will start getting bigger and bigger. So all things, you know, in the positive direction, the right direction. But we did have a great guest caller last week.
Yes.
And now, you know what that means? It's Carly Rae Jepsen.
Jepsen.
Sure.
360-450-5008.
That's
If you want to call in, if you want to be on the podcast, like our 2 guests, Kat and Dre, have been so far, feel free to not call that number, but text that number, and we can set something up because we will be the ones calling you.
Yes.
So we don't have a whole lot of time today because I have another tattoo appointment. So we're going to kick this thing off right. Recap of the week. We went to Las Vegas for my grandmother's celebration of life.
We did.
She passed away right before she turned 94. Had a hell of a life. So great run for her.
I thought it was 93. Either way,
No,
she had a
was
great
about to be
life.
94.
Oh.
She was 90. She passed away at 93.
Damn, son.
Yeah. So good, nice, long run. But got to see all the not all the family, a bunch of the family. She had 10 kids, so a lot of aunts and uncles that I haven't seen in a while. Amanda got to meet a lot of people for the first time.
Yep.
She's looking more pregnant now, so that was a lot of time. That was the first time people had even seen her in a while, especially since we've been pregnant.
Yeah, because obviously, like us being out here, we only know like 4 people here, and
4 people.
We really don't even hang out with them that often. So just kind of being around people that were saying like, "Oh my God, congratulations!" Because like everyone knew I was pregnant, even if I didn't know who they were, and people just like touching the belly and just being very accommodating at the service, just kind of asking like, your one uncle-in-law was just very like, "Hey, like here's tips," because I was having some pain, so he was kind of suggesting things, and just everyone was just very accommodating, and it made it feel more realistic, because out here we're kind of in our own little bubble, and just kind of being surrounded by everyone was like, oh my gosh, it's real, it's happening.
Yeah, so funny first time you meet them, and the pregnancy thing. We got to see my immediate family, so like mom, dad, sister, kids. So that was great.
Yeah.
Always loved seeing my sister and my parents and the kids. Now that they're getting even older, her daughter is fucking wild.
Yeah, she's crazy.
But super cute. And then Alexi, which is her son, which we've got some extremely strong genes in her family, because her kids look exactly like my sister and I did at that age. I mean, it's shocking, folks.
Everyone was like, oh my gosh, Alexi looks just like you did.
A lot of people thought it was my kid. People that were like kind of outside the family circle. They're like, is this your kid? No, but it could be, because a lot of them like haven't seen us since we were really young. And so they're like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? That's you. It's a little you.
That's so funny.
So, yep, strong genes in the family. We'll see how that goes with Amanda and I. I forgot my coloring books out there. I'd talk about it next week. That's okay.
Oh.
That's all right. Let's see. Helped a couple families this week. Helped some friends get some coverage. Helped some not friends, just people that, I normally help during my week, get some coverage. So it was a good, solid week. Working on building the agency. We've got people coming on board. We're coming up very close to our national event out in Denver. So we'll be heading to that here in a matter of like 3 weeks. Is there something out there, Nina?
Yeah.
And what else? You want to quickly talk about your brother and Elizabeth?
Yes. So I'm pretty sure I mentioned this maybe on an earlier podcast, but my brother and sister-in-law in Oregon are also pregnant, and they're 1 week ahead of us. Which is insane. Insane. They try. Yeah, there was some weird sounds going on.
The fuck is that?
It's like scratching noises in the wall.
Cat food?
They tried IVF multiple times, unsuccessful. She had like a surgery to remove a cyst that was making her uterus tilted, like all of these things. They were getting ready to adopt, and then they ended up getting pregnant naturally. Well, she did the sneak peek test, because let's see, if I'm about to be 15, then she's somewhere in 16 weeks pregnant. So they did the sneak peek test, and then they had a gender reveal yesterday. My parents flew up to Portland, and they were just there for the one night. They're flying back today. But they are having a boy.
Having a little boy.
And
very exciting.
I had a dream that I was having a boy and they were having a girl. So I wonder if that means we're having a girl. But we won't find out for another like 10 days.
We did set a little paper on the ground. One said boy, one said girl, and they had pieces of ham on them. And Nina went and ate the piece of ham on the girl paper first. So we all know 100% a girl now. So prepare yourself. I had a friend ask me the other day, like, oh, I'm going to be getting you some stuff for baby because we're going to be doing a baby shower in Arizona. Mm-hmm. If we like you, you'll be invited. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah.
Amanda will invite people. I don't fucking know. I know 3 people. And maybe only one of them could come. She was like, you know, what can we get you? Like, what, do you know if you're having a boy or a girl yet? You know, colors, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, our baby is going to be extremely, I said gender neutral, but I didn't mean gender neutral. I meant the colors we will be dressing our baby in will be neutral colors.
It's kind of like, I think of like the
Earthy tone, neutral type colors.
Earthy. I think of like desert pastel, like the burnt orange and the golden yellow and the cream.
Even that nice like pink kind of color, that looks good.
Like muted sage green.
Muted sage green. Everything muted pastel.
Yeah.
So whether
basically.
it's yellows, pinks, blues, like it's all very even toned.
We'll see how realistic that goes once the baby's here.
Yeah, we'll see what we can get out here. I know we talked about car seats.
They do sell them, but just not
to people.
Not to local people. I'm assuming primarily for expats.
Yeah. I don't, not that it's crazy to me that just babies will just sit in cars. They're always holding them. But whatever you do if like I've seen babies in the driver's seat where somebody's holding them because they're the only person in the car. Wild. I mean, you don't see that many accidents here, but we did see a Beamer that flew off the road the other day. Oh, yes. We didn't see it fly off the road, but
we just saw it off the road.
Yeah, it was fucked up. Anyways.
And that was at 8 a.m, so I'm not really sure what was going on there.
Yeah, and I don't think it was coming out of a weekend. You would assume like, maybe they were partying, but anyways, very exciting. Like I mentioned, I have another tattoo appointment today, kind of finish some stuff up, so that's why we're doing this super early. I will talk during our low about our experience trying to bring our crib back.
God.
Which I know that's both of our lows, so we can just
knock that out together.
Yeah, very upsetting. But we did have our first teeth cleaning.
Yeah.
Which was a great experience.
It was.
I mean.
They spoke English?
Yeah, spoke English. I know the last time that I had my teeth cleaned, and I think we talked about this on the podcast, I've never been sexually or physically like assaulted before, especially on my mouth area. But that lady had a vendetta, a grudge to pick with me. I swear to God, I had never seen her before. I don't know if she had a daughter maybe I hooked up with back in high school 20 years ago.
It was in Washington.
But, who knows, man? But, man, oh, man. I told her that we were moving to Mexico. So, this would be my last time I'm getting my teeth cleaned. It's funny that I had a new person for the last time. And she went in. My mouth was sore for like 3 weeks. My gums were beat to shit. And I'm like.
Maybe your teeth were. Oh, no, because they said your teeth were fine. And then they just went ham.
She's like, yeah. She's like, oh, your teeth look good. This is great. This shouldn't take long. And then just went in on me. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Well, good thing we don't have to go there again.
Yeah.
Unless we move back to Vancouver.
Not sure, but the people I went to yesterday to get my teeth cleaned, I don't know if they were just being super gentle because we're American and they think we're pussies, but, man, solid experience. Not one bit of pain at all.
Very gentle on me, too.
And the guy was like, your teeth look really good. Like, this is all good. Do a little bit more extra cleaning right behind your little smiley, because that's a tough area to get. But he's like, besides that, you're good. And then he proceeded to clean my teeth like my teeth were good. So that was nice, but great experience. What did we pay for that?
Well, because it was 100 and maybe 10 for the both of us. It was 950 pesos for the local prices each. Exchange is not necessarily so great right now. Yeah,
come on, America. Pick it up. Fucking dollar's struggling right now, man. You're screwing us.
But, yeah, overall, and it's a very popular dentist just because they do speak English, so it's highly recommended in the groups, but for good reason.
Very popular. Our friends came in for an appointment right after we were there. You said we know 4 people here. 2 of the 4 people we knew. Had an appointment there, literally right after. We saw them as we were walking out.
Yeah, they were walking in the building and we were walking out of the building. I'm like, hey, I know you.
So that was funny. Very popular place, though. But again, I think you normally have insurance back in the U.S., and that's why when you get your teeth cleaned, it's like doesn't really cost anything.
Yeah, you don't pay anything because dental insurance in the U.S., you get 2 teeth cleanings per year.
Yeah. So,
But you're paying like what, $7 or $12 a month?
Oh, okay. So we essentially paid what we would normally pay to get our teeth cleaned. So that's cool.
Yeah.
What else? Good experience. I'm glad my mouth doesn't hurt today.
My teeth were a little like sore yesterday, but they don't feel
Not bad.
anything today. Nope, all good. I think it was because
Do
I
your
was
teeth get more
eating.
sensitive when you're pregnant?
Yes, your gums do. You're at a very high risk of gingivitis, and normally your gums are more susceptible to bleeding. That's why they say in the first half of your pregnancy, it's very important to get your teeth cleaned.
Interesting. Okay.
Just because you are at a higher risk of getting gum infections. So
Well, definitely don't want that.
no, that's
But-
why I was like, we have to get our teeth cleaned. No.
Yeah. She like mentioned it, and she's like, all right, we're doing it next week. I'm like, okay. I don't know if I've recovered from last time. So we're at the 15-week mark. I'm going to go over my 15-week chapter of We're Pregnant. I'm Pregnant. 15-week. Our baby can breathe.
Oh, shit.
This is huge. Now, mom might be able to feel the baby move this week. That's...
Well, maybe a little early, but I am showing a little earlier than normal. So
Hey, the book says
book says.
you could possibly feel it, which is pretty magical. This is also right around the time when you'll be able to determine the gender of the baby. This guy's spot on. He thinks he's know what he's talking about. Whether it be via ultrasound or your partner falls in that high-risk group of women 35 and older. That's Amanda,
That will be
47 years old,
me
definitely
next.
high risk.
Next pregnancy for sure.
Along with these 2 momentous milestones, pay close attention whenever you see your partner set down any items of importance. For instance, car keys, cell phone, phone charger, water bottle. I say this because lesser known side effects of having a baby is also having a dumb bitch brain.
Oh, pregnancy brain.
That's what he says in the book. That's not my words. This is the condition in which your partner may misplace or lose stuff every 5 minutes. Oh my God, I can't wait. It's a great, she forgot her phone yesterday.
I did, and I was expecting the FaceTime for the gender reveal.
Yeah,
and
like it was important, and she just like left it right on the counter. She does this shit all the time. I don't know how much it's going to change being pregnant. I'm assuming it's just going to get worse, but she's not great
If
with
so, we're
remembering things.
doomed.
Yeah, so good luck. Good luck. It's time to find a place in common for many of these items. I just need to get you a giant baby key ring, and then you could like have connection things to all of it, like you would at a jail or something where you have the big key ring and you can just like put all your little things on it, and then hook it around your neck or something. Yeah. So whether or not she remembers to use such a specific place that you decide to put anything is a variable in this experiment, but I've spent many hours searching for car keys as my wife has driven to the car each of her second trimesters. That's funny. So, baby stats. Let's see here. Our baby has lungs, though primitive, are functioning. Baby's legs are now longer than its arms. Good, because that means it's probably not a monkey. Yeah. Longer legs versus longer
I
arms.
don't
Very
think
important.
I had sex with a monkey.
I don't know your life. Your baby's taste buds have begun to develop. Cool. Mommy stats. Mommy's belly is getting bigger. What may seem like a flutter, muscle spasms, or movement of gas in the intestines could be fetal movement.
Oh yeah, on
I
the
thought that said fecal movement. I was like, hopefully we're having some fecal movement.
Hopefully.
Down and out.
On the Facebook groups, a lot of moms they're like, gas or baby.
Yeah, right. Was that a internal fart? Can the babies fart? Do we know? I think we talked about this before.
I know they they start urinating. I don't know if they create bowel movements yet or gas. I'm not sure.
Interesting. She may experience very early Braxton Hicks contractions,
Oh, God, I hope not.
preparing for her childbirth. Pregnancy brain begins to kick in, resulting in brain fuzz.
Great.
A bit of clumsiness.
Already had that my whole life.
Bit of clumsiness, Jesus Christ. That's why I worry about her when she leaves the place. I'm like, this bitch is going to fall down and die. She can barely stand up normally. Let's see. Psychological stress may begin to creep in. Healthy baby fears, as mentioned back in week 6. You need to stay alert for signs of prenatal mood disorders and educate yourself on the impact of postpartum depression can have on new moms. We're definitely going to have some people on to talk about postpartum depression, how they dealt with it, what signs to look for, those type of things. If you had the second appointment and insurance didn't cover genetic testing, you may be able to schedule an ultrasound to determine the sex of the baby. Cool.
That should be our 16-week scan.
Yep. So this says plan family goals, plan the gender announcement. Are you finding out and telling people the sex of the baby? I have 3 schools of thought for this. First, if you and your partner consider yourself fanatical planners, like my wife and I, you'll want to know as soon as possible so you can begin looking at colors of cribs, mobiles, curtains, and other nursery accessories. Our baby's not going to have a whole lot of stuff. Very,
Minimalistic.
yeah, very minimalistic baby. First of all, we ain't got the room.
And I have my stuffed animals from when I was a kid. So
Yeah, we got
already
like 12 things for you.
yeah.
So only buy us like
Functional daily things
yes,
that we need.
Yes, very important stuff. Buy me the things. Get me that thing that's going to suck the boogers out of my baby's nose. Things that
A baby carrier.
you find very useful.
Maybe a bottle warmer.
Diapers.
Diapers.
Just send us lots of diapers. Wet wipes, all of that good stuff. Knowing the sex also helps friends and family get you started with a few items before the baby comes. Second, you could wait and find out and have that awesome moment when you come to the hospital waiting room, firing off shots with your finger guns in the air, telling everybody it's a boy or it's a girl who doesn't love finger guns. Or third, you and your partner could find out and keep it a secret from everyone until the delivery.
Oh.
That sounds like a dick move. Anyways, chapter 15, week 15.
I will say, I feel like I have not on a dramatic scale, but considering how well I felt in the first trimester, I actually feel like I'm feeling worse the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, you've definitely mentioned that. Like, there's definitely been more signs of different things that have been going on. That you're
Yeah.
like, I don't feel great. Headaches. I know you've had some serious headaches.
I had awful headaches that lasted all day. I've been having some other internal cramping and just soreness, and then I'm so tired. I didn't really feel tired that much, but last week and this week I'm so exhausted. I actually lay down and fell asleep with the lights on in my office, and
Very uncommon.
I
this
wake
comes
up.
from the girl I can't sleep during the day. No naps.
No naps. It has to be pitch black for me to fall asleep. I wake up as soon as the sun creeps through the side. And my office is so I'm literally staring at the super bright lights. I fell asleep, so I'm just very exhausted.
Which is good. I mean, all good signs of things trending in the right direction.
That makes me feel like I'm not productive at work. And then I look at my lead spend. I'm like, oh, I need to get my shit together.
Time to work. You gotta make some money.
Yeah.
But I need to put some more money into the baby fund this week. Got about $15,000 in our baby fund right now. So saving up for little Junior's cost of living.
Yep.
He's got to pull his fucking weight or her weight. But
yeah, luckily we've been saving for a while. So
yes.
we got a healthy fund.
Yep. Well, it is time for... You just want to do it yourself? Bow, bow.
I'm Amanda.
I can sing it. like this. My name is Sean.
Here comes Nina.
You like this singing? No, sit down. No. Back up. Back. Go. Thank you.
You do.
I can't have you over by the cords. You can step on something and pull it out. All righty. Highs and lows. You want to start? You want me to start? Basically, both do our highs, and then we'll just talk shit about
Okay. About United. My high is when we were in, Vegas in general. I mean, granted, the circumstance of being there was unfortunate because your grandma's no longer here, but it was very nice to get to meet a lot of people in your family. Also, when we were there, I took milk of magnesia, and I had a very nice bowel movement. And I had a decent one yesterday, and it makes me feel so much better because your girl is struggling. Yeah. Luckily, it wasn't wet like that.
That's good. But
I was surprised because I had to take milk of magnesia at night, and then I took it again in the morning. And I was like, oh, I'm going to be peeing out of my butt. And I was not. It was a very nice bowel movement, and I felt fantastic.
Now, if you would have mixed milk of magnesia with Taco Bell, and then also, I
mix it with coffee.
I was telling you, you should have got, the milk of magnesia, great. Coffee, great. And White Castle burgers. You would have for sure been shitting your pants.
Yeah.
So just a little hint for all of you who are, going through similar things. You felt like the milk of magnesia worked pretty well for you in combination with the coffee?
Yeah, and normally I wouldn't have a full cup of coffee, but I was in dire need.
My sister's like, that shit's not that big of a deal. I mean, she has 2 extremely healthy kids. She's very healthy herself. She's a nurse, been a nurse for a long time. And she's like, man, I ate cold cuts. I ate sushi. I ate, obviously, somewhat quality sushi. I,
had coffee.
She's like, that shit's a bit, extreme. Now,
I'm not doing it on the daily.
Yeah, definitely don't want to do it on the daily.
I like a cup of coffee once a week. In Vegas, I had it twice. So yeah.
Not a huge deal.
No.
Especially if it helps you.
Yeah.
Relieve yourself. My high is for sure seeing my family. Again, saw a lot of people in my family I haven't seen in a long time. But I love seeing my parents, hanging out with my parents, my sister, the kids. Really now preparing us for what to expect because
being around your niece and nephew, he's 1.5 and she's
he's more than 1.5 because he'll be 2 in October.
Yeah, he'll be 2.
So he's like 1 3/4.
Yeah. And she just turned she's almost 4.5.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah. And so it was just like, oh boy.
I mean, she just as a little girl is a lot to handle. She's a fucking tornado of emotions and just loves
and
playing.
Activity.
She just go, which I imagine is going to be how most kids are at that age is they wake up and they're on.
Yeah.
And they go to sleep and they wake back up and they're on. You're like, Jesus Christ, you have
Give me
getting
a
ready
second.
period. So that's kind of what I'm preparing you for. I'm like, hey, we're up. We're going in the gym in 5. Let's go. Come on.
Nope.
But Alexi, I mean, crying doesn't bother me if it's crying. Like my niece crying is different at 4
Hers
and a half.
more of a whining.
Because it's whining. Alexi crying because he's,
pooped his pants or whatever.
Oh my God. He had 2 farts that we were all sitting in the hotel room and he farted and we're like looking at each other, my parents, myself, my sister, and we're like, he definitely just shit his pants. And Sam was like, no, that wasn't a shit. That was just a good fart. Like, there's no way in hell that wasn't a shit. And then, I don't know, a minute later, he did another one, and she's like, yeah, he shit himself. Yeah, dude. Didn't he, last time we were out in Florida, didn't he shit himself and it got all over my dad and I think my sister's some clothes.
Probably. Because they said it got all over the car seat.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. So, I mean, can't wait for that. Who doesn't love getting shit on. But again, the crying is so different there. Like that crying of, not like I shit my pants crying, because he didn't cry.
No,
He's like, this is cool, this is nice and warm. But just when he's like tired or something and he's crying, like you get that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what else do I do? He doesn't even know that many words, but he knows a lot more words now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's getting much more exciting. But that stuff doesn't bother me at all. It's the whining where I'm like, nip that shit in the butt fucking now.
Yeah.
So there'll be a big difference in our household between, and I can tell that with my dad. He's like, yeah, that's why she doesn't like me sometimes. I'm like, I don't put up with that shit, man. You're not fucking crying.
I know, and I felt like she kept asking that, and I was like, what did I just say?
Yeah. Ooh, let our kid. I'd be like, motherfucker, I told you already. We will get you goggles later. Ask me one more fucking time, and you're not getting goggles to go in the pool. How about that? Like, so again, we'll see as it goes, but I'm gonna treat you like a fucking person, especially if you can understand me. And that's the problem, is she can understand my sister. She knows what she's saying. She's 4.5 years old. Like, she understands. So if you understand me, motherfucker, like, there's no room for wiggle there. I'm telling you something, you get it.
Yeah, and that's what they were saying too. Like, they were like, he doesn't know any better, but you do, so you can't act this way.
He did pull her hair like 3 times.
Yeah, I was like,
she's got these big curls, and he would just like get closer and be like, I'm fucking pull him. She's like, I'm like, okay, that's a good reason to cry.
Yeah,
He just yanked the shit out of your hair with his intense baby grip.
Yeah, baby grip is unreal.
Okay, so we're at the 31-minute mark. Let's go ahead and talk about our low. Fucking United, man. How much did we spend on that crib? This was our one splurge item because we knew it was going to be something very nice. It was very highly rated. It was going to be able to last us for like a few children. Mm-hmm. And it's like a multifunctional crib.
Yeah, so don't judge me, y'all, but this crib was like $1,400.
Yeah.
And
it's an electronic crib, I think.
It's an all-in-one. It's a bassinet to crib, sound system, internal night monitor.
To a little day bed.
It's got bouncing that detects when they start to move, so it soothes them back to sleep. Like, it's...
Does it all. So,
it does it all.
It's a good investment because we'll be able to use it.
Yeah. And we ordered it in December, early December. Like, basically when we found out, because we found out we were pregnant in October. So we ordered it, I think, early December, lost the baby in January, but it wasn't going to get delivered until July. So it had just got delivered. We had it shipped to his aunt's house that lives in Vegas because we were going to be in Vegas around 2 weeks after it got delivered. I want to say I could have done a little bit more research on my end, but the information was very, very hard to find. So we went to the airport, and there's an oversized and then there's an overweight limit. And United in general goes up to 100 pounds. No problem. We took 14 pounds. Actually, we took a little more than that out of the box. The box was 92 pounds. So we're like, cool, sounds good. And the box, the linear is 87 inches total. So I think they went up to like 100 or something like that. So
that's what it said on the website.
On the website, on the baggage restrictions, like checked bag, here's the overweight, here's the oversized dimensions, whatever. So
we get there. My dad drops us off at the airport. We weigh it out front at like the little check bag thing, and then he's like, yeah, it's this is how much it weighs. We're like, fuck yeah, we're good. Mm-hmm. All right, cool, let's get the cart, pay $6 to roll this bitch inside. And my dad's like, all right, you guys should be good, I'm out of here. We get up to the desk thing, and this what it seems at the beginning like this old white lady was like, oh, these people are busy, let me come and personally help you over here. She puts on the scale, and she's like, yeah, this isn't going to work. And we're like, why? The weight maximum is...
At first she said the max was 50 pounds.
Yeah, we're like, it's not 50 pounds. It says right here on the website that it's 100. She's like, well, this isn't going to work because it's this much, it's this big, and it's going to Mexico. And
Mexico only allows boxes 62 inches linear.
Yeah, she said something about that, but I'm assuming that's with United. because we found otherwise with other airlines. So she's like, yeah, we're not going to be able to do this. Like, there's nothing we can really do for you. And then she goes, oh, are those your other bags? Like, we had our backpacks. And she's like, yeah, put those in the
carry-on sizer
in the carry-on
thing.
sizer thing for me. And Amanda did hers, and it didn't exactly fit because we could have scrunched it down more. And there was other stuff in there that was in the box previously.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, you're going to have to pay for those to be checked. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, lady. I've never paid for a checked bag in the past 10 years since I've been traveling because I bring a backpack. You can go fuck yourself. So she was just trying to give us all this, like, trying to be extra. Like, not only can you not bring your crib back to Mexico with you, but now I'm going to make you pay for this bag. We're like, not happening.
It's the same backpack that we bring on all of our trips that
Literally
we use
all of
as a personal carry-on.
Frontier, fucking Spirit,
They never
American
cared about our
Airlines.
bag.
Like,
Yeah.
nobody's ever given us any problems. And she's like trying to tell us, like, oh, it doesn't fit over here, then you can't bring it on. So we leave. I call my dad. He comes. He picks it back up. He takes it back over to our aunt and uncle's house. We come back inside. We go to the kiosk, trying to avoid this lady.
Yeah.
We print out our tickets. Everything has to be checked by
A gate agent.
a gate agent. And so this black lady comes over and she's like, is this all you guys got, those 2 backpacks? We're like, yep. She's like, okay, you're good. And just lets us go.
Yeah.
I'm like, this fucking...
She's like, this could fit under the seat. Okay, bye.
Yeah, didn't even care. So not only was that lady before being a complete asshole, saying like, hey, our crib, we're not going to be able to take our crib. Obviously, this is a big deal for us. We were pretty upset about it.
Yeah, I was very upset.
We're not being rude at all to her. But then to be like, hey, those backpacks, yeah, not going. And then this lady's just like, oh, yeah, not a problem. So
Yeah.
you're a bitch, lady.
Yeah.
Thanks for trying to fuck with us when we're already down for not
Yeah.
being able to bring our crib back.
And then so I was looking kind of more into it. And if you look hard enough, it's something called a baggage embargo, which United specifically has size restrictions on what they can send to certain cities in Mexico. Cancun, Merida are included in, and Cozumel are included in those airports. So technically she was correct, but that information was so hard to find because I even put our flight information, Phoenix to Cancun. It pulled up the flight number. It told me the fees for the oversized and overweight bags. But on the page where I put in my specific flight number, it never said anything about size restrictions. So that information was like fucking impossible to find. And I was really pissed off. But so I have some other airlines to call, maybe Frontier and Southwest allow larger luggage to be checked. So we're going to probably have it sent to Phoenix for the baby shower. And then, well, I can hopefully be able to bring it back then because
Yeah.
that's
figure
it.
Unless people want to bring it down piece by piece to us.
Yeah, gosh, we might have to separate it into different boxes. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll have more time.
Anyways, up next.
From the
What's in the
entire
news?
Channel
The
4
news
News
is fucking
team,
United.
I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy.
United Airlines?
Go fuck yourself, San
United.
Diego.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, so in my educational forum for the day, I
Gotta
was...
educate you.
Yeah, so when we were at the Celebration of Life, I wasn't necessarily walking around all day. However, we were walking through the airports, carrying the luggage. You know, I'm not sure what that did on my body. Anyways, but I was standing for a long time at the Celebration of Life, and I was getting this like cramping on one side. And so your uncle-in-law recommended, club soda or soda water, and then, like crackers and stuff like that. And so I did a little bit more research on what possibly that could be, because it wasn't excruciating, but it was definitely uncomfortable. I had to go sit down, and I was drinking a lot of water for that reason. Plus it was like 107 out.
Yeah.
Our skin and our eyes were so dry because we're...
Oh, man. I do not miss that dry ass heat. Got there like, my eyes. Who's got the solution? My eyes are so dry.
But what I think it was is something called round ligament pain. It's very common in the second trimester. That's usually when it occurs, so between weeks 13 and 27. So round ligaments, they're two like cord/rope type ligaments on each side. They connect the uterus to the pelvis, and they hold the uterus in place. So there's two of them kind of like around where the bikini line is, if you were to follow that. They're about 10 to 12 centimeters long. So round ligament pain can be like achy and crampy, or it can be like a sharp stabbing pain, depending on what brings it on. So if you, Nina, what are you doing? So it can be caused by like sudden movements. So like getting up too fast, getting out of bed too fast, sneezing, coughing, laughing. Those can cause like the sudden sharp pain. It's not lightning crotch, but this is more like in the abdomen, not in the crotch. But it also said if you're like standing for too long, or if you have a very active day, it can lead to more of a dull, achy, crampy pain. It's kind of hard to be avoided. It's just saying like, be gentle and listen to your body. Normally it doesn't last for very long. If it's a sharp, stabby pain, normally it's only, stab and then gone. If it's the achy pain, it can last for a couple hours, which is kind of what I experienced. However, it wasn't like movement inhibiting or anything like that. And a different side effect that I encountered this week, I thought it was just from sitting on the airplane in those uncomfortable airplane seats. Yeah. But I've been having tailbone pain. Tailbone, not pain, just soreness. Tailbone soreness. Excuse me, I had to burp. I had a mommy sandwich this morning. For those of you who know me from back in the day. So when you're pregnant, your body releases a hormone called relaxin, and it makes your ligaments kind of all loosey-goosey. It's supposed to make you more flexible. However, I notice I get more sore and I'm less flexible right now. Not sure what that says about myself. But so basically your tailbone works as a stabilizer and an attachment point of the pelvic floor, which is a very important group of muscles in the internal abdomen that allow the baby to come out and things like that. So when you have the hormone relaxin going through your body, the pelvic floor and just kind of those joints and muscles around the pelvic area and the tailbone kind of relax, and they can shift out of place, and that can cause some soreness in the tailbone area. It's not necessarily a super common side effect. However, I have been having it. So I've been trying to sit on a pillow on my office chair and stuff like that. They say just to kind of do stretches, hip stretches, and try to sit evenly, which I never sit evenly, so that's probably a contributing factor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully, like I said, I could always shoot you with the gun.
Yeah.
For those of you listening, we have a massage gun, so when I say that, it's not a threat. It's actually preferred. But I hope you start feeling better. Are you feeling better now?
A little bit, yeah. And I feel better like once I wake up too, because I've been laying down. It's when I've been sitting, it starts to become a little uncomfortable. But
just maybe try and ice it a little bit or something.
Yeah, they said ice and heat.
And we'll have to get you one of those pillows.
The donut.
Yeah.
They said those may help.
There you go. See, I know all stuff like this. Well, it is time. Last week, we didn't have a chance to ask the listeners our listener question because we had a guest, and obviously we did a 120-minute episode. So, wait, it was not 120 minutes. It was 80 minutes.
An hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, geez, that would have been 2 hours.
Sheesh.
Not that we couldn't have.
I didn't catch that. I just was like, yeah, an hour and 20.
Yep. So it is time for Ask the Listeners. And I'm going to play a new drop with this.
Oh.
Not like a new drop. I didn't create a drop, but I'm going to play one of our old drops. And it's Crazy Lady.
Shout goes out to everybody doing their thing and stuff like that.
Yes.
That is a great drop for you guys sending in your
that
question.
makes me think of Austin.
Shouts out to everybody doing their thing and stuff like that. All right. Time to ask the listeners. The question that we asked the listeners last week is something very common with pregnancy, and that's foods that were NomNom or foods that were NoNo during your pregnancy. Now, I did come up with that little segment, so
Nice.
that's very good on my part.
Nice.
Let's see here. Here we go. Some foods that were NomNom. So my friend said, I moved to Oklahoma, strong start, when I was a couple months pregnant. The one very specific craving I had was
Brahms ice cream.
Jack in the Box tacos. But Oklahoma didn't have Jack in the Box tacos at that point.
Oh, no.
Other than that, I had to have something sweet after every meal. Cookie ice cream. I might be pregnant. So, how upsetting. That's like when they got rid of the Mexican pizza at Taco Bell. You're just like, well, what am I supposed to do now?
I remember when I lived in Oklahoma, Arby's used to have waffle fries and sweet tea. And then when I moved back to Arizona, the Arby's in Arizona didn't have waffle fries or sweet tea. And I was so upset.
Yeah, weird that, they're like, oh, people over here don't like that shit. Bitch, I love sweet tea.
Yeah.
All right, so
Sweet tea. I have Arizona iced tea in the fridge.
Summer said NomNom was in and out almost every day. I feel that. And NoNo was turkey every time. I know you had your big issue with
Mine's
really anything pulled chicken.
pulled
pork.
chicken and pulled pork are still a no-go.
Yeah. My friend Marley said everything spicy was awesome. I just ate raw jalapenos all the time.
Jeez.
Hell yeah, man. That's intense, but awesome. My sister said loved watermelon and cold subs. There you go, right there.
Cold subs.
She's like, I'm not giving up these cold subs and watermelon. How black of you. This person said first, couldn't eat any red meat. Loved chocolate milk and anything sour. And then she also said, couldn't stand any fish. French fries and buffalo sauce were my all-day craving.
Wow.
This person said cereal of all kinds. Fucking, I always love cereal. Like, is cereal is anybody like?
Not like cereal.
Yeah, no, cereal's a no for me, dog. And then said couldn't eat any chicken. It was very slimy and made me gag.
Yep.
Is that how you felt about your pulled chicken? Is it just?
Yeah, I don't even know if it's a texture of the breast because I can eat chicken thighs and drumsticks and chicken nuggets. It's something about.
Those are all dark meat. Well, Lord fucking knows it's in chicken nuggets.
I don't know, but it's crispy.
Yeah.
So that it's like I'm eating the
True.
coating. I'm not eating the meat.
All right, we've got some more. This person said, I wanted slushies, dead middle of winter. Oh, this was, I just forget her name. Your best friend with, one of your best friends with 37 kids.
Ashley.
Yes, good Lord. I always see her Instagram name, and so I forget her.
That was her dog growing up
Yeah, her
from when we were in middle school.
She said, I used to hate orange-flavored Gatorade, but after Reed, I loved it. I couldn't eat lettuce with Graham, so no salads. Lettuce is, I guess lettuce could be a texture thing.
Yeah, when we were pregnant the first time, I wasn't a salad eater, and now I can still eat salads, luckily.
That's right. Brittany, our friend Brittany Washstein, said, I had to eat a bowl of cereal before before bed every single night.
Nice.
I really love cereal, so I'm right there with that. Hot Cheetos and chocolate milk was always my shit when I was pregnant. Good. Burrito tacos, fresh fruit, and tahini. Craving it every day. Master Chief said that, so I don't know if that was for once. He's like, man, I got this craving.
For Lisa.
From Lisa being pregnant. Yeah, so that was that. And then we talked about the rating for Nickelodeon versus Cartoon Network and more people like Nickelodeon. Yeah. So.
Did your mom crave anything? Did she ever try?
I didn't ask. I'm sure she did. She's like, a nice smoke and a scotch.
Yep.
No, I don't think they were doing that then. But
my mom said that with Shane, she craved burgers. With Keith, she craved Taco Bell, which Keith is obsessed with Taco Bell now. And with me, she craved chocolate shakes.
There has to be.
But
like,
I do love chocolate.
There does have to be some correlation there with like eating that stuff and it going into the baby. And,
Well, because after a certain
something.
point, your baby can start tasting what
Yeah.
you're having. So.
15 weeks, they got taste buds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go.
All right, so time to wrap this up. We're at 50 minutes. We are going to do our I Love the 90s segment. 4 questions and see how Amanda hits it.
Oh.
Let's go.
What's up? You have selected.
I love the 90s. I love the 90s. I love the 90s.
Uh-oh. Looks like I froze on my camera.
Ooh.
Well, let's switch it over to you.
Hey, I'm the
Solo
star.
act. All righty. So, I love the 90s. Questions of the week.
Okay.
Not sure. I always say this, not sure how you're going to do on these, but
It's up in the air.
we'll keep these more year related, some of these. So I have specific dates on some of these, but I don't expect you to get specific dates. I see that there's a new Ninja Turtles movie coming out. Very, very excited about that. It looks like it was styled with the person who did Spider-Man Into the Spideyverse.
Mm-hmm.
So my question for you is, when did the
Original.
Teenage Mutant Ninja, I don't know if that was like the original, because I know they had like the cartoon before that, but we'll say the movie.
The movie.
When did the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie come out, where it was played by like people wearing
Yeah.
the suits?
92.
Ooh,
That's wrong.
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
90.
90. Oh, I knew it was. I was going to.
March 30th, 1990. That movie was great.
Classic.
I cannot wait to see the new one. Question number 2, 0 for 1.
Okay.
What was the name of Shaq's movie that he released in 1996?
Oh. It's not Shazam.
Hey! It was Shazam.
It was Shazam. Okay. Thank
Great job. Great job. Look at that, Nina. I forgot I had those drops. That's what I made those for.
Nice.
All right. 1 for 1. 1 for 2, I mean. Question number 3. What was the name of the actor who played Spawn in the famous 1997 classic? Who was the black guy that played Spawn?
Spawn? Mm-hmm. I don't know what that is. Oh, wait.
Spawn? Spawn? The like, I don't know if you'd call him a superhero, but like the, Jesus Christ.
No.
That's wrong. Incorrect.
Can you believe this, people? Holy shit. Spawn was played by Michael Jai White.
Don't even know who that is.
Oh my gosh. He's in like a bunch of the Tyler Perry movies. Very jacked black guy. Very attractive. Good looking dude. I cannot believe you don't know what fucking Spawn is. Holy shit, man. We definitely got to watch that. Fucked up movie, but really cool. It's like a kind of like a Deadpool style superhero.
Oh.
Where, you know, does like fucked up shit. But man, that's crazy. Can you guys believe that?
I don't know.
All right. 1 for 3. Last question. Gonna have to pull something out of your ass here. Name one of the 4 main cowboys from one of our favorite classic westerns, Tombstone. Their actual like names. Actor that played them.
Oh, we were just talking about his mustache, one of them.
Mm-hmm. They all had strong mustaches in there.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm so awful with names.
Some big time actors
I
in there.
know. Does it start with Robert?
Nope. This big time actor that starts with the first name starts with a V. Big time actor that first name starts with a K. First time actor that, big time actor that first name starts with an S. The other guy, don't even know who the fuck he is.
Oh my God.
5,
Ugh, I'm
4,
so bad with names.
3, 2,
I don't know.
1.
Look, that's wrong.
Yep.
Incorrect.
You've got Val Kilmer, Kurt Russell, and Sam Elliott.
Damn.
Sam Elliott was who we were talking
Yeah.
about, was the older
Yep.
guy.
Shit.
God damn it.
I know. My dad would be so disappointed.
Yeah, he really would be. And we literally just talked about it the other day.
know.
3 days ago. Anyways, guys.
Oh gosh. See, I was thinking instead of Kurt, I was thinking Clint. And I was like,
Clint Russell. Clint,
it's
Kurt-
not Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. Oh, close.
Gosh.
All
Sorry,
right, guys. Well,
Disappointing.
what can you do? She's,
Pregnancy brain
still
coming
the best. Still the best. Anyways, it's been real. It's been fun. Episode 35. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you have a great week. We'll be back next week, possibly with a guest. And then I think the week after that, Michael and Mariah are coming into town. So, and we'll be announcing baby stuff soon, like gender and whatnot. So, much love, everybody. Peace out.